Frame said flowers will no longer grow from our decimated soil. Yeah, right?
Flowers will no longer grow from our decimated soil.
Soil, yeah. That's
So-
what flowers will no longer grow from our decimated soil.
We're destroying the planet.
Yeah, but dude, this is the thing.
Yes.
The planet doesn't need any of our help. It's
Right.
been doing it for billions of years, and it's still here.
Yes.
What it does instead, it gets rid of the all the pebble in the shoe, if you will.
Okay.
Got rid of the dinosaurs. Got rid of the Cro-Magnon, the Neanderthals. It recycles itself. It's been doing this. They don't need the Earth. Mother Earth doesn't need your assistant. It knows what it's doing. God knows what it's doing. It's been here for billions of years. So sometimes I go like, yeah, right. So, but anyway, yeah, it will before it goes wrong. It's gonna actually take us out first.
Yes.
Right. It's been doing it, like 65 years, millions of years ago, we had the dinosaurs, right? Yeah. I believe between 65 million years up to date, I believe that there must have been another type of like either humans or another type of organisms or living creatures living in our world. 65 million years ago. We've only been like roughly not even a million years. Right, like we're starting from the.
Well, it's like they said.
Human hasn't even been like no more but 700,000 years old. Humans, I mean, like not humans like us, right? You remember it first started like Cro-Magnons, the Neanderthals, and so forth, and that's how we went to from where it always like what is that word, man? It's always
evolution.
Yeah, there you go. The evolution always for my age. So the evolution. So I believe, besides us, there have been other type of living creatures on Earth. 65 million years ago, right? So I mean, come on, we haven't been only like less than a million. So imagine 65. So between the fall of the dinosaur up to here, it must have been another type of human, or another humanoids, or another living creatures in our planet, And the reason we know the dinosaurs out there is because we have found fossils, right? Including the oil and all that stuff. But that's my take on it. But the Earth doesn't need any of us. In fact, he's pissed at all these people, like all these environmentalists, and say like, dude, if anything, I'm gonna get rid of you. You'll be the first one because I don't need any assistance, right? It's like you butting in. That's what an Earth doesn't sometimes, it's been doing it, but that's my take. But anyway, any way in particular that you like to have a frame, have this frame, like for instance, what color, what type, or you're open to suggestions, but what color sometimes you go, in fact, go around, see what you fancy. You said, oh man, this would work for it with it. And that kind of thing,
I think green.
Green, okay.
Because Al used there's green here for the in the stem.
In the stem, right? Yeah.
And there's not much green in here, so that'll be
just the leaves and the stem. So okay, so we got plenty of greens here, young man. Either you wanna go like with the what it goes with the motif, like either you can go with this.
So it's like in this particular room, there are these stylized paintings, different colors, different textures, and different, mediums, acrylic, oil, sculptures with all this different type of stuff. So the idea that resonates with me is one that I heard, like when Basquiat was painting, like some rich people would come into his studio and like try to tell him what they wanted, what color they wanted him to paint. And he was like, man, get the hell out of my gallery. I do what I want. But the idea that these people...
of this and on this floor.
So this dude just interrupted me, but Diego Rivera, let me listen to what he has to say. Anyhow, this room contains like all of this artwork with different colors, different styles, but they don't speak to like the political, situation of the time. That's what I would say. They don't speak to it. And so my question is, what is art? What is the function of art in this sense that, a lot of these works of art are reflections of the people, the times, the political ideals. But what does a work of art with just colors on it, what does that mean? What does it mean? And what purpose does it serve? I mean, it could be a self-affirmation and a record of a record of their existence, as artists or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just like, I don't see the purpose in just some paintings with some color on it. Like, what does that say? Other than, yeah, you could put this person's artwork in your home and be like, yeah, they match my furniture. All of this stuff matches my furniture. That's cool. I mean, that's just like what? Selfish, egotistic, all that kind of like bullshit. Rather than actually being some idealistic. Like, what kind of value does that have for the other person who's watching it, and what do they say? And what ideals do they, impart? Does the artist impart to the person watching it? Really? That's what it's all about. That's what I'm curious about. So, anywho, those are my thoughts. So I'm recording this as I'm here in this first gallery or first room of this gallery at LACMA, and this is an exhibit entitled, I think, Disruption. It's called Disruption, the Art of German Expressionism. And so what I'm getting here is like each of these works are unique because in one picture, one painting, it's a premonition, it's a projection of the future, what is to come. In another work, it's a vision of what life is right now. And then there are pictures of subjects of like people as a record of the present, like who these people were. It's a record of who they are, who they were. There's a sculpture of a woman, the artist's girlfriend. There's a painting of the artist's girlfriend. So the artwork just it speaks to the present, but it also speaks to the future. But then there's also this imagined or this interpreting of what is happening in the present. For instance, this one work of art shows what looks like a religious revival and a religious leader and the people, raising their arms to say, yes, he's our savior or something like this, or he's our prophet. But there's nothing religious about it. It's an interpretation of the political times, of the political situation at that time. And so you've got past, you have the present, you have the future, you have the interpretation of present events, you have a record of lives lived, you have stylized or interpretations of of these people. And all of this comes from Germany. These were all artists who were active in Germany. Now, the artwork, this one particular artwork actually, it's cool and all, But what's really interesting is the story about the artist's life. Like, this dude painted this work, and the Nazis, like, dismissed his work. But also not only his work, but the work of the others in his group. He was a member of the Bridge, Die Brücke. And so the Nazis dismissed him. But what they're saying is that he espoused racist ideas. But after the war, then he downplayed his interest in Nazi ideology, and he took on this victimization and talked about how he was a persecuted artist. I find that interesting because it's as if, you know, whatever is convenient, that's the ideology, that's the perspective that you're gonna, you know, take on. So it's like whatever serves you in that moment, that's what you do. So very, very much, you know, opportunistic in a sense. And that's what, that was, you know, his life. So I found that interesting as just a, you know, I guess a commentary on life and what positions people take, you know. I guess we take positions that are just, comfortable, that fit us at that time, rather than actually, you know, holding some significance. And you can't really hold a person to what they believe over time or what they say, you know, because we're going to change. So Kanye West comes to mind. All right, that's it. They say 85% of the people are followers. 10%, no, 85% are followers, 15% are, no, that's 10%. 10% are the leaders of the followers, the bloodsuckers, and then the 5% are the observers. So as I'm observing this museum, it's like, with the artwork, with not only the artwork, but also with the people who are observing the artwork, it's like a lot of following. Like, what brings these people to this museum today? Like, I think they were just like, I just decided to go to the museum, spend some time with a friend. It's like, what intention was behind it? And what were they going to gather from it? What did they take from it? But just having a leisurely walk through a gallery, a leisurely, you know, a chill day at the museum. Just some ideas. I have no idea, of course, but it is what it is. I'm recording my thoughts. You know, I'm observing. That's what I'm doing. So, the Indian family here. What else? Yeah.